Maybe in one time bounce that we back on talking about chopping it up with Chop and the questions. So you said the first questions.
Yeah. One of the first questions I want to talk about, like, what's your take on equality in a relationship between, man and a woman, or for same-sex couples? We in 2024, so we know how that go. What you bring to the table, or what's necessary for your partner to bring to the table to make them, to make you say, okay, yeah, I can take this serious. This can be a real relationship. I can see us getting married, that type of thing. Another one of the questions is, what's your take on the dynamic of fatherhood and motherhood in society today? You see a lot of women been raising men for years, and then now you have more fathers in the household. So, what do you think? If you married, do you let your husband do most of the discipline? Do you step in and do some discipline? Like, how do you gauge that? Another one of the questions is, what's your take on household responsibility rules? Like, who does what? Is you washing dishes? Is you gonna be cleaning the bathroom?
That was a big problem, me not taking out the trash.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, or a lot of time women feel like, hey, I ain't touching the trash. I ain't sweeping the front porch. It's certain things that some women feel like they not gonna do or they won't do, and there's certain things that some men feel like I hate washing dishes. I'm good at it, so you know what I'm saying. Worst kind of worst, if I feel like the kids slipping or something like that, and I want to give my wife a little bit of help, I don't mind stepping in there washing dishes. But you got some people in relationships, they feel like that's a woman's role, and they feel like that's a man's role. Another one of the questions is, what's your take on dating? Like, what you look for? What you look for in a person like you want to date?
Green lights and red flags, shit like
right.
that. I was asking people that for.
Yeah, what's your red flag? Like, what you can't take? What you can't take? Like, if a chick keep doing this or that, it's like, nah, that's it, man. Like, for me, I mentioned to you earlier, I don't like for a person to keep asking me for shit. I'm cool with I'm a giver naturally, but I get offended when a female keep asking me for something, or you know what I'm saying, or like insinuating that I should do this or that. When you in a couple, you married, it's different, because I'll come to my wife and I'll ask her like, yo, what you trying to do for your birthday, or what you want for your birthday, you know what I'm saying, that type of thing. But I got a good one because my wife don't really ask for nothing. So, but some people, and some dudes, they get this false persona because they come off the rip just giving chicks stuff, bro.
Yeah.
They come off the rip, buying them bags.
How you feel about Jordan Poole bought Ice Spice that Rolls Royce or some kind of expensive ass car?
Are they together?
On the first date type shit.
Now where you go from there?
He got that athlete money though. He got that 100 million, 200 million sitting. So if you had 100 million, 200 million sitting, you want to buy a bitch a car on the first date?
Nope.
Why not?
I will not. It ain't
gonna hurt.
I don't care if I was a billionaire.
You ain't gonna feel it.
Bruh, I don't care if I was a billionaire.
See the baddest bitch in the world. On top of the world.
Don't care.
So why not? Why you won't?
Money, man, listen. Money. If you meet a person that all those material things make them excited, that's not a person that I want to be with, because it's only the appetite for material is only gonna grow and grow. If you material, like, you know what I'm saying. I think I got a fairly nice home. I think my wife is more appreciative of that than anything.
Do your wife got Louis Vuitton and Gucci and Balenciaga?
Not unless she buy it herself.
So she got that type. She like that type.
She don't wear none of that. I just got her a purse, a Prada purse when we was in New York. Now, this is my wife. We've been together. We've been friends for over.
I'm saying, I know.
We've been friends for years.
That ain't Coach. That ain't Michael Kors.
Right, but then again, that's my wife. Now, you said first date.
Yeah.
I ain't buying no chick, no nothing extravagant on no first date. It's like, why?
You won't buy no Prada purse on the first date?
Not happening.
No chick.
Man, my wife been with me for 8 years and she just got a Prada purse.
Like, if you had that athlete bread though, like, you won't flex. It ain't tricking if you got it. Like you said, niggas be fucking up with that mindset.
With that mindset, bro. That's why half of these females treat niggas like ATMs. That's why they treat niggas like ATMs, just because of that. They ain't looking at you for who you really are, bro. They looking at you for what you can do for them.
How much you got?
How much you got?
I heard somebody said they was on a date. One of them celebrities said they was on a date with a bitch, and they looked at a phone. The bitch was googling their net worth.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
That's what they said. They sitting there. They looking at what you got. They looking at what you drive.
God, this bitch trying to check your bank account.
That's what they looking at. It ain't nothing wrong with looking for stability. Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't telling no chick to go mess with no bum dude. But at the same time, you that shouldn't be what you looking for. That shouldn't be like what you know what I'm saying, your main concern. Like, you should really be trying to see if this dude got potential to actually be somebody, and then is he a good nigga? Like, is he a good, you know what I'm saying? Is he a good person? But most people ain't focused on that. They ain't focused on a relationship. The average chick right now got about 3 to 5 niggas she dealing with, and 2 to 3 of them she fucking. That's the average female right there, bro.
Yeah, and then when they pop up pregnant, they already know who they gonna say who the daddy is.
Exactly.
That's the crazy part. So that leads me to my next question. How do you feel about DNA tests? Like,
I think it should be mandatory.
Mandatory?
I think it should be mandatory. If you're not married,
if you sign the birth certificate.
If you're not married, it should be mandatory.
So if you are married? If
you are married, it's up to you. It's up to the, you know what I'm saying? That's a very touchy subject, because in marriage, you're going to be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? What, you know, if you got to be, if you got to be asking your wife for a DNA test, bro, that's, man, that's on, I mean, that's on some crazy stuff right there. But I think that it should be mandatory for any person that's not married to get a DNA test.
I think it should be mandatory for anybody who want to sign a birth certificate.
Yeah, I mean,
because I hear, as far as I know, if you sign a birth certificate, even if the DNA test come back, it's not yours. You still
could be held liable. You still could be held liable,
even if it's not yours.
Even if it's not
just
yours.
Because you signed.
Just because you signed. You have to.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Texas won't remove you at all. Florida, you can fight to get it removed.
Okay, so you gotta fight.
It was a case I watched with a guy. The dude, he took the DNA test. The kid was probably about 10, 11 years old. Came back, the test wasn't his. I mean, the kid wasn't his. The judge still ordered him. He had to pay child support. Like, man, F that. I ain't paying child support. No more. Put him in jail. They put him in jail in Texas. They took his license, then they put him in jail. He had I forget the finishing of the case, but they was trying to take it to Supreme Court to get this man out of prison and out of this situation. But that was in Texas. That's Texas law. Texas got one of the hardest laws on child support, bro. One of the hardest laws.
So speaking of divorce, you know about Bobbi Althoff, the white girl who had the Drake interview in the bed, and she had to take the interview down because her husband got mad and all kind of shit.
I heard about it, but I didn't really see it.
All right, so long story short, now, okay, let's put you, how you starting your podcast now. Let's say, you get an opportunity to do interview with Beyonce. Okay. Beyonce tell you to pull up to her concert. It's a bed in wherever she want to do an interview, it's a bed. So now you in the bed with Beyonce. You do an interview with her. You know, y'all don't touch each other or nothing, but, you know, y'all just in the bed. So this shit go viral. You getting 10 million views a day type shit on some club, Shay Cat Williams type shit.
Yeah.
Now, your wife hot. Your wife jealous because everybody hitting your wife up like, oh, you seen your husband in the bed with Beyonce type shit. What is you taking, and your wife telling you need to take it down type shit? What you gonna do?
Well, number one, I mean,
what you gonna do now?
My wife is a different type of creature. You know what I'm saying? She knows that this is business. She knows how I am. She knows how my personality is. I could be.
Hold on. Would you get in the bed with Beyonce to do an interview?
If she asked me to sit on the bed to do the interview, yeah, I'll do it.
In the bed, like
in the bed, I'll do it. Like, we're not doing nothing.
You got a whole wife at home,
but that's not. If that's my business, that what I'm doing as far as like me handling business, that's just what That's just what I do.
Why not tell her I can't do it in the bed because I have a wife? Let's do it somewhere else other than the bed.
Me doing the interview in the bed, it's not defiling my wife. It's not defiling my relationship. Now, again, that depends on.
It look crazy.
That depends on who your wife is. Now, if your wife is very jealous and your wife is very, you know what I'm saying?
She don't play that.
Then you know it's certain things. Now, I before I get there, I'll be like, hey, babe, listen, I'm here. Shoot, Beyonce want to do this interview. She's, she requested we do an interview. I'm gonna let my wife know the 9. I'm gonna let her know everything that's going on. And 9 times out of 10, my wife's gonna be cool with it. She gonna be all right, cool. Or can I come through?
All right, so we're gonna set a situation where you did have a wife that did get jealous, and now your shit going viral. Would you take it down? Cause Bobbi took it down to the video. Yeah. Would you take it down?
Yeah. If my wife asked me to take it down, out of respect for my wife, man, that's what you do.
All right, so now fast forward a couple months later, after you took it down, you still doing your podcast. Now she getting mad because how big you getting. Now you a household name type shit, and she don't like the attention. She don't like media following the family around. So now she about to divorce you. Would you stop chasing this podcast dream to, settle your wife or your podcast dream at that point once you make it? Not even your podcast dream, but just any dream you're chasing in this case.
I think it's when you okay, so
you make it to that level.
This is what people gotta understand. You gotta get somebody that's willing to grow with you. So the way my wife met me when we first started dating, I'm totally different. I evolved. I've grown. So you're either growing with me or you're growing apart from me. So I don't think the podcast or whatever she's doing, whatever Bobbi is doing, is the issue. Her husband is not growing in the same direction as her.
Her fame is the issue. That's what he said. And he
so,
don't like the fame.
Well, you can't turn off or turn down your light just to make somebody that's afraid of the light comfortable.
Now you need security everywhere you go. Type shit.
That's what you got to do. What happens when you start having kids? You used to live in a 2-bedroom or 1-bedroom apartment, and you start having kids. What happened? So, but I'm saying, what happens now? You start having a couple kids. You need more rooms. You gonna stay in a 2-bedroom? No, you finna be looking for a 3-bedroom or a 4-bedroom. What happens when you have more kids? Now you can't keep that same Honda Accord you had. Now you gotta go get your SUV. Or you gotta get you a truck. You have to expand. If you plan on growing anywhere in life, you're gonna have to expand. You used to couldn't walk around with nothing, but now you gotta get used to walking around with something. You know what I'm saying? That's just a part of life and part of growing. Now, if you want to be stagnant and complacent, that's on you. You gotta be careful who you choose as a partner.
So pretty much, you'll tell her hit the road. If your fame was too much for her to handle, you're gonna tell her hit the road.
If you're not growing in the same direction as I'm growing, and the same with me. If I know deep down inside, I want to be a rapper, and I know I gotta do shows, and I gotta go here, I gotta do promo videos, I gotta do all these different things. The person that I'm dating has to understand that.
What come with it?
And you gotta understand, right?
It's levels. It's levels. Once you start leveling up,
right?
It's gonna be stuff that come with leveling up.
Yeah. That come with the territory. And if you don't love me enough to grow with me, I'm sorry, I gotta leave behind. It's a cold world, but I tell people all the time, man, I cut off my pinky to save my hand. Cut off my hand to save my arm. I cut off my arm to keep my shoulder. That's just how I look at it, bro. Because the main thing is survival. I'm a person at the end of the day. And I can't suppress who I am to make another person happy. There's some people like that in relationships right now. As long as they're not doing nothing, their spouse is completely happy with them. They satisfied.
Do you think somebody could cheat if they're in love? Like if you're in love, if you truly 100%, does cheating have anything to do with loving somebody?
Nah.
Ain't got nothing to do with each other.
Ain't got nothing.
So you could love somebody to death and still cheat on them.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, man. Hey,
so so why? Explain that, how you could love somebody to death but you cheat on them every now and then or whenever.
Sex is an action. Sex is an action. And it's the difference between fucking and making love. When you're making love, you're usually doing it with somebody you're in love with. Yeah. When you fucking, you can fuck anybody. You can fuck anything. Shit.
But if you in love with somebody, I thought you're supposed to be only like stuck on them. I thought that was the whole point of being in love.
And see, that goes to my last question on one of the last questions on here. How do you feel about additional people in the bedroom in your relationship or in your marriage?
Polygamy.
Well, that's not necessarily polygamy.
Oh, swingers.
That's not necessarily swinging.
You say additional people in the
additional people, so you can have you and your wife can have a threesome. That doesn't mean that y'all do it all the time. That doesn't mean
some
that.
Swinger shit.
But that's not with. Okay, so we're not saying. let's say it like this: you and your wife like females. Of course, you like females, and y'all meet a nice chick that love females and love niggas, and like y'all go back, y'all get a room, and you and your wife, y'all have a threesome with her. That's just it. You could be out of town, and it just happen and pop off. And that's it. And that's it. That goes back to your question: can you fuck somebody and you're in love with somebody else?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's just being honest. You be transparent with your shit, you know what I'm saying? Just like, yo, if you and your wife got to understand it, and your wife loves you, she know you love her, and y'all are that mature enough to do that in your relationship, that's just the way you act with it. Some people got rules.
So that's an open relationship. That's what you call that.
Nah,
that is. If you bringing other people in the bedroom,
that's not really open either. Because it's
you
not open.
Because
it's not open to everybody. You want to let your wife fuck a nigga? You want to feel comfortable with a nigga coming in the room with you.
You won't allow the nigga to come with you, but if you fucking other hoes with your wife, you shouldn't be surprised if she did fuck another nigga without you. Because you fucking other hoes in front of her all the time or whenever you want.
That's why you gotta have an understanding. You gotta have rules and
But I'm saying, you don't think she gonna want to fuck somebody else and she clearly watching you fuck people?
If that's the case, I think that's a conversation that y'all should have beforehand. That's a conversation like when you get into a relationship. If you know you like threesomes, if you know you like, you know what I'm saying, indulging or doing this and the third, I think you should lay all of that out on the table before you take it to the next step with somebody, before you get serious with somebody. And then if you come into the situation saying, yeah, I'm down to do that, don't now, 2-3 years down the line, oh nah, I don't want to do that no more. Nah, or I mean that. People and even if you do, now that's you got to have a conversation, because now what if your partner is still feel the need to want to do that? That's how you cause that people go and start cheating and doing things behind people's back, because then the level of honesty drops. But if you're honest about your situation, you have no reason to go around the corner or bend. You know what I'm saying? You don't really got no reason to if you just straight up and you honest.
Yeah.
And I think, bro, a lot of people just don't be wanting to be honest with themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if you ain't ready to get in a relationship, bro, say that. Say that. Don't let nobody pressure you into getting in a relationship because you feel like you're going to lose them. Some people they get in a relationship with people knowing goddamn ready they not ready. Because they don't want them to move on and find
a lot of niggas get in a relationship because they know that's the only way they feel like that's the only way they can hit.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of niggas. And a lot of bitches, that's where they fuck up at. They act like they want to be in a relationship to have sex. Like, you need to start acting like that. You just need, if you want to fuck them, then go ahead and fuck them then. Because you act like you want to be in a relationship now. You leading the nigga on and the nigga, now everybody cheating. You know what I'm saying? You don't even want to be in a relationship, but you acting like it so you don't seem like a hoe.
Yeah.
And the whole time you the biggest hoe on the block.
Right. Because you getting in and out of relationships. Just, you know what I'm saying, just to solidify you not being a hoe. And then, to be honest, like the whole concept of being a hoe is like, it's in my definition, because I can't define hoe for everybody, because one could say a chick is a hoe if she fucking multiple dudes. Now, if you single and you're a single adult and you're being honest with these people, you can fuck who you want to fuck.
That don't make you a hoe, fucking multiple people?
That don't make you a hoe. Like how you,
that's
you know
deep.
What I'm saying? Like how does that how does that make you a hoe? Because you're an adult. You say I'm not ready for marriage. I don't want to get into
what you're saying. That just makes you promiscuous.
Yeah, that's a word. Yeah,
promiscuous, but not a hoe. So what does make you a hoe? Let's
now,
end it on that.
A hoe is
20 minutes in. Yeah. What's a hoe, man?
A hoe is a chick, man, or a nigga.
Yeah. What makes you a hoe?
A chick or a nigga that's you going and you lying. You persuading people. You persuade people.
That's
right.
That's what
make you a hoe, because
now
lying. Usually you a lying asshole.
Bro.
That's
Lying. That's what you become a hoe at once you start lying.
You covering shit up. Now if I tell you, yo, I'm smashing old girl.
I got a couple niggas on my line. I got a couple hoes on my line.
Right.
Now you just promiscuous.
Now you know what I'm saying? You doing what single people do. Now, if you around here lying and you saying, nah, you know it's only you.
Nobody.
I ain't messing with
single,
nobody else.
All that. I ain't fucked nobody in a year.
Bro.
All that crazy shit. No, that was your fucking last night.
And the night before. And the night before. Three different niggas.
You ain't fucked nobody in the year. That was
you the only one. When you got a whole starting 5 lineup in your phone. Yeah. And you know what time it is. So, you know, I mean, bro, that's just, it sucks that, you know, people like that. I say, bro, keep that shit real, bro. I think that's how people get hurt. You be out here lying and fronting. Yeah. When it come down to relationship, if you ain't ready for it, don't do it.
Yeah. Chopping it up with Chop. Maybe Money Sign Bounce that. Money Made Miami podcast. Y'all keep that playing.